What is going on, fam? My name is Mike Reilley with Reilley's Tasting Room, and today we have an Oktoberfest, but a little bit with a twist on there. We have Bonetoberfest by Bonesaw Brewing. Okay, guys, so with this Bonetoberfest, I had to get the stein out. It's only right to do that. So let's crack it open and let's see what we can do. So, like I mentioned, Bonetoberfest, which is an Oktoberfest beer. This is from Bonesaw Brewing Company, which is in Glassboro, New Jersey. This beer is coming in at 5.9% alcohol and 23 IBUs. Cheers. So, with this Oktoberfest, this one is from Bonesaw Brewing Company, which if you have not seen already, I have another one from them, a pumpkin ale. Very good. So hopefully this follows suit with that. And right off the bat, your Oktoberfest usually slightly darker than this. Had to get the stein out, obviously, per the season. And kind of makes me look like how the guy does on the can. Twins. Leave me a comment if you guys think we look alike. But, all right, so naturally, Oktoberfest is usually a little bit darker than this. I do not mind this color at all, though. It is at a 5.9% alcohol, so pretty good up there, 23 IBUs, and Bonesaw Brewing Company usually does a very good beer themselves in general, so I am pretty excited for this one. And this is an Oktoberfest Weissen, so that pretty much explains why it is a little bit lighter. They tend to be on the lighter side. Let's take a smell test and see if I'm getting Oktoberfest vibes. Okay, so you are getting a little bit of that Oktoberfest and German-styled hops smell with that. Very lightly, though, nothing too overbearing. It's not like if I'm smelling this with my eyes closed, did not know what it is. I will say it is a German-styled lager, but nothing like, I don't think I'm getting an Oktoberfest vibe. Probably like a German-styled, yeah, just simple ale. So let's take a sip and let's see how it is. Cheers. Okay, so the first initial sip, you are getting, it is a little bit hoppy. Pretty much hits the nail on the head, those 23 IBUs. You are getting pretty much what exactly that tastes like. A little bit hoppy up front, and then you do get a little bit of like a German malt and hops taste, a little bit up front in there. Nothing too crazy though. Yeah, you are getting very light tastes with this. I do taste a slight bready and like toasted taste to this, which is not a bad thing at all. You do usually get that with an Oktoberfest and those German lagers. So this is pretty much hitting the nail on the head with that. But the Oktoberfest-esque type vibe is just not here 110% with this. It is tasting like a German-styled lighter beer, but this isn't giving me like that. I'm in Germany. I'm at this at the big Oktoberfest festival, and it's not a bad thing, but it's also, I was hoping for a little bit more myself personally. So initially, this says we brewed their traditional lager of the festival with a Pilsner, Vienna, and Munich malts balanced with Bavarian noble hops, delivering a toasty, biscuity, honey layers of malt complexity. So, I do taste a toasty and maybe biscuity, maybe bread. I'm tasting a little bit more bready vibe. But within this, yeah, your traditional lager, that's why it is lighter, light colored, and light tasting, which, like I mentioned, is not bad. I prefer a darker styled Oktoberfest beer, but this one is very good itself. Bonesaw usually does very good on all their stuff, and one thing I like about Bonesaw too, one, if you have not been there, it is in Glassboro, New Jersey, and their brewery is just phenomenal itself, really big, and I'm pretty sure they have a couple different locations as well, but you have to go to the stapled one. And just something about them too is all of their cans, really cool too. I mean, this guy is having his lederhosen on with raising his beard, all looking like a skull. That's probably what I would look like coming out of an Oktoberfest with his cool hat on. But again, Bonesaw, usually does very good stuff, and this is pretty much following suit with that. I don't think it's the best one that I've ever had from them, but I do think this is very good. Yeah, so I mean, this is pretty much tasting like a normal styled German lager. It is very, I don't want to say it's overly hoppy because it's not overly hoppy, but you do taste the hops up front. Very, very good tasting though. And it is just a light, clean, and crisp tasting beer itself with a German-esque styled taste to it as well. And again, I'm liking it. I'm doing one more sip, and I think I pretty much know where I'm at with the Bonetoberfest Oktoberfest from Bonesaw Brewing Company. Cheers. Okay, for the Bonetoberfest, I'm thinking that this is, you're getting the German-styled taste, you're getting a Oktoberfest vibe. Nothing too overbearing, but it's definitely not underbearing either. It's right down like the middle with that. I was hoping for a little bit more because Bonesaw does do very good beers themselves. Maybe when it's coming from the tap, it might taste a tiny bit better, which it usually does. But from a Reilley's Tasting Room review, the Bonetoberfest from Bonesaw Brewery coming in at 3.0 out of 5. Cheers. If you enjoyed that review and you want to see more, don't be a stranger. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share with all your alcohol enthusiast friends and all your family too. They all like beer. Be a big alcohol enthusiast together. But until next time, I'm going to see you guys later. Subscribe. Cheers.